The Rock has been promoting Black Adam, and in a recent interview, he has been talking about the future of the DC universe and about Superman coming back to the DCEU, and it has all us DC fans very excited. Hey everyone, welcome back to our movie news. What a day for DC fans. The Rock is on our side, and he will make sure that DC fans will be happy. He is listening to us, and in a recent interview with Jake Hamilton, he had this to say about Superman and the DC universe.
Yeah. You talked about listening to the fans. What does that fight look like in your mind, and who lands the first punch?
I think Black Adam lands the first punch. Now, I don't know if Black Adam lands the last punch, because Superman, I grew up a DC boy. Superman, I love Superman. I loved Superman, and I still do. Clearly.
Yes. You have a filmmaker's vision, though. You understand what makes good movies. Is the scene already built in your mind? Is it raining? Is it sunshine? Like, can you see it in your mind right now when you think about it?
Jake, I could see things so clearly on how that scene looks like, what that scene looks like, what the film looks like, what the next 3 films look like. Now, whether or not that comes to fruition, that always helps when you have that kind of clarity. But here's what I do know. Listening to the fans when I was wrestling, always led and guided me, just like now. So for the past 10 years, as I was pushing Black Adam up this hill to get made, for the past 5, 6, 7 years, I was also listening to the fans at the same time. Where you have Black Adam, we will create Black Adam for him to be the most powerful and unstoppable force on this planet. The most powerful and unstoppable force in the entire universe has been on the sidelines for too long.
We all know that he is referring to Superman right there, and the fact that he admits that Superman has been on the sidelines for too long is not only really exciting for us fans, but also so true. He knows that Superman should be at the center of the DC universe, and the fact that he hasn't is a crime. To me, that is a confirmation that Henry Cavill's Superman is coming back. He wouldn't have said that about Superman unless he knew that he was returning. That isn't just to hype up fans for Black Adam, and if you really think The Rock would be teasing Superman coming back to the DCEU just to hype up his own film and Superman not appearing in Black Adam, then you really underestimate the intelligence of The Rock. The amount of backlash he and the studio would get if Henry Cavill's Superman didn't make an appearance in Black Adam after all this teasing would be so strong that I think the DCEU would end right there. They know that too, and they are only teasing this because he is coming back. Black Adam is the beginning of the DCEU's revival, the film where he listens to the fans. How many times have us DC fans been calling for the studio to listen to what fans want? So many times, and now they finally are. So to these fans saying that it's going to be Justice League Superman and not Snyder Cut Superman, I ask you this. You really think that Justice League Superman would be able to take down Black Adam? Not only that, but do you really think that Justice League Superman would fit the tone and power of Black Adam? If you really think he does, and you think that is what they are doing, then it seems like you've made your mind up before thinking about it. Using Superman's original theme does not mean it's connected to Justice League. That is a fact. John Williams created Superman's theme, not Joss Whedon. All it means is that they are using the most iconic theme of all time for a small cameo in a movie where he isn't the main character. Patty Jenkins said that all DC directors ignored Justice League when creating their own movies. The Rock got Justice League footage removed from the Black Adam trailer because fans didn't want it. In a Fandango interview for Black Adam, when referring to the Justice League, they used Snyder Cut footage. The Rock has said multiple times that he is listening to DC fans, and DC fans have all rejected Justice League. For Superman to take on Black Adam, not only does he need to be the Superman from Man of Steel, Batman v Superman and the Snyder Cut, but he also needs to have the theme that was used in all 3 of those movies. The Black Adam and JSA themes both sound amazing, and both fit perfectly with Superman's DCEU theme. Like I said in my previous video, for a small cameo, I'm not going to get angry with the original theme being used. But I will make sure that when they announce that a Black Adam vs Superman film and a Superman solo film are on the way, that they use Zimmer's and Junkie XL's Superman theme or a mix of that with Williams' theme, but no matter what, I need to hear the DCEU Superman theme. The Rock has said multiple times that he's listening to DC fans, and I'm sure that DC fans will be vocal about being happy that Cavill is back, but they want to hear his DCEU theme and not the original theme. Black Adam looks like a really strong film, and I think that is because they have been listening to the fans at every turn. When this film comes out, we will see what fans and general audiences think of it, and hopefully everyone will like this movie. I think it looks really action-packed, and I think it will set up an exciting future for these DC characters, one that I cannot wait for. Unfortunately, there are some fans who aren't even going to give Black Adam a go, which I find a real shame. We need to remember that this is a film that is half the old regime, half the new regime, but the new regime are listening to the fans. I know Black Adam and the new DCEU films aren't continuing with Snyder's original vision, but I don't think that means we should turn our backs on the future of the DCEU. To the Snyderverse fans who are angry with the DCEU not following Snyder's old plan, I say this. I think you are holding onto the original plan Snyder created for Justice League 2 and 3 and aren't letting go of it, even when that plan won't ever happen. And that's unfortunately a fact. Snyder changed the plan for the Snyder Cut and has created a new story for the Justice League sequels, so that original plan won't ever be created. The DCEU has moved past that original plan and won't ever go back to it. I am a huge fan of it, and yes, I would love to have seen it happen. But I am also realistic. If you ever want Snyder to return to the DC Universe, I think you have to accept the fact that based on the direction the DC Universe is moving in, the original plan simply won't happen. So, things like Superman wearing the black suit until the end of Justice League 2 won't be in the plans for the DCEU. Warner Bros. Discovery are in charge, and they are trying to fix the mess that Warner Bros. Created. The first step in that plan is bringing back the big characters, Henry Cavill's Superman and Ben Affleck's Batman. Batfleck is now in Aquaman 2, and Cavill's Superman is in Black Adam, and will most likely have his own Superman film after it. Just because it isn't Snyder bringing them back doesn't mean it will be bad. Under the old Warner Bros. Regime, I would have been inclined to believe that, but this isn't Warner Bros. This is Warner Bros. Discovery. A new regime where they want organization and they want Batman and Superman to be at the center of the universe. I think it is only fair for us fans to give them a go and not let the old regime's reputation tarnish the new company. I think they should be given a chance because clearly they are trying to fix the mess that Warner Bros. Left them with. If you ever want Snyder to return to the DC universe, then boycotting these films won't help. I saw The Cultured Nerd put something on their Instagram story that I think really made a lot of sense. If not enough people turn up to the new DCEU movies, then they will probably just reboot the entire franchise, instead of investing money into the DCEU, and that would guarantee Zack Snyder not returning to the DC universe. If they reboot, then they will give a clean slate to work from, and Snyder won't ever be a part of that. The only way Snyder could ever return to the DC universe is through the DCEU, and the DCEU will only survive if DC fans support it. I'm just trying to be realistic. Keep high standards for the new DC films, I absolutely love that, but please don't hold standards that won't ever be met. I'm giving the DCEU a chance because the new films look pretty good, and with Warner Bros. Discovery in charge, everything we used to think about the DCEU has changed. We will have organization, we will have a company that cares about their fans. The first piece of proof is Cavill and Affleck returning. So I think us DC fans should be excited for the future of the DCEU, and especially with Black Adam. I'm super excited for it and all the future possibilities it will create. I can't wait to see Black Adam finally in live action, as well as the JSA, and after the film, we will see the DC universe expand even more, and it will be how us DC fans want it to be as the company is listening to us. The future looks bright, and I am here for it. And who knows, if a Justice League sequel comes around, Zack Snyder could return to the DC universe once more. But that is all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like and subscribe and turn on post notifications so you never miss a video. I hope to see you here again soon, so until then, have a great day. Bye!